Whoa, 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 whoa. Hello and welcome to the Lyon Show. My name is Robert Lyon. Today we are going to be talking about goals. And I know you're sick and tired of hearing all the woo-woo, wish-wash, wiggity-whack, swack shit that people talk about goals. But today we're going to get into it and we're going to make a difference. So let's get it. All right. This is the truth, even if you don't fucking like it. You can do anything in this life if you put your mind to it. Let me say that again. You can do anything in this life if you put your mind to it and you just don't quit. So, what is a big, ginormous goal that you have? You know, and everybody's going to start thinking of the excuses. This is where the walls come up right now. Oh, I have a job. I got bills. I got a family. Nah. Those may affect things, but inevitably you are in control of your life. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. And you can literally do anything you want. Like any goal, anything you've ever wanted to achieve, you can do it. There are certain things that have to happen. Number one, you have to make connections, right? Sometimes you have to be in the right place at the right time. Sometimes you have to practice and work as hard as you humanly can at something to have the actual skills to have the opportunities be presented to you. But all those are things that you can completely control. So if you've ever wanted to, be a famous rock star, there's nothing stopping you. You can literally make music all day, every day. Find the connections, end up in the right places at the right time, work your ass off, and the universe almost inevitably will provide you with the success that you desire. Okay? Now you have to be in alignment with those things. It has to be your true purpose. You can't just basically be like 50 years old. I mean, actually, that's not true. If you put your heart and your mind and your spirit into something, I think anything is possible, okay? You don't have to agree with me. That's just kind of where I'm at. But I want to say this so that I can say the next part. What are you working on right now? What is your North Star? And if you don't have one, right now is a good time to gain some clarity on exactly what that would look like. Maybe your goal is to have a happy family. Maybe that's like the greatest thing that you could achieve and it would make you the happiest. That's beautiful. I think that is wonderful. Maybe you want to be your own boss, or maybe you just want to have a better time on the golf course. Whatever your thing is, I'm trying to explain to you that you need to crystallize that in your mind exactly what your big, audacious, crazy goal is so that you can start working on that. Like, what is something that would give your soul like clarity and as well just like give it the peace of always achieving something greater, always going bigger, something that's going to take you to that next level. And Gary V's thing is he wants to buy, the New York Jets, right? What's your New York Jets? I just got finished reading Will Smith's book, fucking really good audiobook. You guys should check that out. But it basically just says he wants to become the biggest movie star in the world, right? And then he just starts relentlessly studying lines and studying scripts to figure out what all of the famous movie stars or biggest movies all have in common. And one of the themes that they all have in common was love. I thought that was kind of cool. But that's one of the things. It's like figure out exactly what you want to do and then start studying what people have done to get to that level, and then just relentlessly go after that goal. You'll get there. As long as you don't quit, you will get there. And the truth is, you're going to have a lot of setbacks. There's going to be a lot of bullshit that gets in your way. And a lot of times you can say that's either the universe or God or whatever you believe in, just testing you to see how bad you want it. How bad do you actually want this goal? And the main thing, though, is that you have to have that moment of clarity, like, this is exactly what I want, okay? This is the thing that if I can accomplish this in my life, this time on this planet will have been a fun time. And you're going to have to then focus on falling in love with the work to get there and not just the idea of it, okay? You have to focus on you have to dream really big, right? But you have to start small and you have to act now. Those are the ingredients to hitting your goals, being successful, and taking yourself to where you want to go. But I want you to take a moment, it's kind of the holidays or whenever you're listening to this, but take a break. I've been trying to figure out, exactly what is my big, audacious, sick, nasty goal. I have a bunch of them, which is the problem. I want one North Star, though, and I think you should as well, to come to a conclusion like, what's one ginormous thing that if you really go all in and go after is going to fill you with the most joy, the most fun, and it was going to take you the most places that you want to go. I have ADD, I believe, just like a shitload of other people. And basically, I am one who has done many, 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 many things in my life. More than most. So I am blessed to have, traveled, just done all kinds of crazy shit. But to bring it all home together, it would have been nice if I had focused on one thing that I truly loved. I have my art, which is cool. I got this podcast, which is also cool. But now I'm wanting to launch these other businesses and I'm wanting to do all these things. But I'm 32 years old now. Like I probably have, I don't know, 2, 3 really, really things that I could go all in on I could make happen that are going to take my life to that next level. And if I bounce around, if I have ADD, true, life is all about the different flavors and the different things. But I also know that when I put my mind to something, when I truly focus and I have no other obligations, no other focus in my life, I can achieve anything I want. Like my work ethic is ridiculous. Like if I have a mission and I know that mission, I'm either going to achieve that mission or I'm going to be dead. Like those are my military, those are everything. And it's just like, what's that thing that's going to bring me the most satisfaction? I have this real estate business. I'm investing in all kinds of things. I've got this sales business I want to build. I've got this podcast. And it's like, which one of these things is truly going to satisfy my soul? Okay. So ask yourself that question though. And this is the fun part of this conversation. It's like, first thing I was trying to think is like, I need to go on like a vision quest, right? I need to go eat some shrooms or go trip balls and run naked in the woods or something. But I'm a little old for that now. So the things that I like to do to gain clarity is I like to fast. That's one thing I really like to do. Another thing, though, is like to get out of my environment, So it's going to be the holidays. I'm going back to Colorado. That's where I'm from. It's going to be really fun. I'm hoping I can find some peace. If I can't find it there, I'll find it basically here. But I'm going to basically take a week where I get to sit down and think. But the main things that I like to do is journal, fast, and try and get away from my phone. Try and get away from social media or other people's influence. And the journaling is really probably the best thing for me. Fasting is mostly just so I have more clarity. And if you've ever fasted before, it's just really good to feel what your brain feels like when you're in that keto area or whatever the fuck it is. But whenever your body is digesting food constantly, you don't think as clear as you do when you do some fasting. So journaling, fasting, going out in nature, and getting away from all the social media, all the noise, and trying to just reconnect with myself, right? And really deciding what is going to be my huge, ridiculous, redonkulous, out of the box, out of control goal that I'm going to go completely freaking nuts on, all right? And I guess it's coming up, the New Year's thing, a New Year's resolution. It is what it is, But it is a good concept to have for yourself. It's like, what goals am I going to completely fucking crush in 2022? But more than that, I just want to reinstall, that needed conversation to have with yourself that you can fucking achieve anything you really put your mind to. Don't be a naysayer. Make that little, your bitch voice, just tell it to shut up. And then make a plan, though. So the things that I think Jim Rohn says is goals. A goal with a date. What is it? A goal broken down into plans, and then plans broken down into actions, and then actions written down with dates is how you achieve goals. Something along those lines. And it's very true. So first you have to come up with your big, ridiculous goal, right? Your Super Bowl goal that even if you get anywhere near it, you're going to be happy, right? Or if you hit it, your life will just be amazing, right? Or the process of getting to it at least will change you in a way that you will be satisfied, right? And I'm saying all these things because I want you to think about it, and I want you to come to a conclusion, or at least have a couple ideas of what that would be like. What would the perfect, big, crazy, ridiculous goal, if it came to fruition, be for you that would satisfy you? And then once you hit that goal, come up with a new one. But first you got to have that crazy goal, and then you got to set a date. Okay, even if that date is 10 years from now, all right, you need to write down the exact day 10 years from now that you are going to accomplish this ridiculous goal, right? And then you're going to try, and you're going to break it down into action steps, okay? So it's like you can either start 10 years from now, or you can start right where you are and then create your timeline of how you're going to get there within 10 years, okay? And then you're going to need to write down the actions that you're going to have to take every day in your 3-foot world that's going to actually get you one step closer to that, all right? And then consistency and mindset is how you're going to achieve these goals. Consistency, mindset. So ginormous, ridiculous Super Bowl goal, date, the plan and the steps that you're going to have to hit in order to get to that goal, and then the everyday action that you're going to take that can get you a little bit closer. You know, if it's to be a rock star, you're going to play the guitar for at least 90 minutes a day. If it's to build your own new business, you're going to work on that business for at least 90 minutes a day, every single day until that goal is accomplished, or 6 days a week, whatever it is, right? If you're going to be a badass athlete, or you're just going to get your health better, 90 minutes a day minimum. And when I say 90 minutes, I mean like deliberate action, focused, taking you where you want to go. There's a story about or it wasn't even a story, but I knew these sales guys, and they were all about knocking doors, right? And they would knock. And a few years later, I ran into them again, and one of the guys, they had started at the exact same time, but one of them now owned his own solar company, and the other guy was still just knocking doors. And I was like, man, how do you own your own business? You started at the same time as that guy. And he said, well, I learned from each door that I knocked on how to become a better salesman. Whereas the other guy was just going through the motions and was just knocking doors to knock doors because he was told that if he knocked doors, he would make sales. Sure, he makes lots of sales, but he didn't learn from each experience. So there's a difference between just taking mindless action and taking thought-focused action to get you where you want to go. You know, if you want to learn the piano, playing the piano every day is great, but leveling up your skills on the piano every single day is what's going to make you into a master, basically. So, Super Bowl goal with a date, broken down into plans with dates on them too, broken down into intentional action. Like if you're going to lift weights, every day you got to lift a little bit heavier weights, okay? And then that's how you're going to wind up getting stronger muscle, and that's how you're going to wind up getting big. It's the same thing with every single goal, same thing with every business, same thing with everything else. But I just want everyone out there to think big, dream big, go for your goals because you can achieve it. I think that's the biggest thing that I want you to take away is like anything is possible. People have lived on this earth for a long time, and people have done amazing things. And if any other human being has ever done something that you want to do, that means that you can do it as well. Some things like you're going to come up with your bitch voice, but it's like, oh, I can't take the action. I don't know the people. Or, I just don't know how to do it. All those things are irrelevant. You can basically, hit people up on social media that have already been where you want to go and just ask them for advice on how to get where they want to go. You can Google anything you freaking need to figure out. And you can get the fuck out of your house and go into new environments where it's more likely, where the likelihood. And then there's this thing called like serendipity, where if you are truly focused on something, you have to go where the energy is for that certain thing that you're trying to achieve. You have to go where those kind of people are. If you're trying to crush it in real estate, you got to go to those real estate events. You know, you're trying to fucking make $1 billion in the stock market, go to the stock market. Go where the New York Stock Exchange is or Chicago. Just fly there. Figure it out. If you're trying to get an acting gig, you know, go to Los Angeles and stand outside and those things. Like, you can go to places where you can be in a closer vicinity of your goals, of what you want to achieve. And that's where you're going to get the good vibes. That's where you're going to get the energy. You hang out in those places long enough, something amazing is probably going to happen to you. And as long as you are consistently taking action, you are consistently focused, and you are working on your goals, and the universe will bend to your will. That's one of the most amazing things. The universe will bend to your will. So if there's a big wall and you just keep running into that wall over and over and over, eventually you will break through that wall. It's inevitable. If you've ever worked your ass off or done anything, you've figured out that, you know, the universe will give you what you want as long as you just don't quit, right? And I guess this is another thing from that Will Smith book, but he was talking about, you know, building a wall, you know, brick by brick, and he thought the wall would never get done. And his father yells at him. He says, "There is no wall. There's only one brick, and you got to lay that brick the best that you possibly can, and then move on to the next brick." So you just want to basically pick your crazy, audacious goal, set a date, break it down into plans, and then figure out what brick you can lay each day, and you focus on that, and then you're going to get where you want to go. So every single day, you got to lay those bricks, though. You got to be pushing it forward, you know, and no excuses. If it means enough to you, you'll be putting in the work. All right. And I'm kind of, whenever I'm saying these kind of things, I hear that little bitch culture voice in the back of my head saying, "Oh, don't tell people to go for their goals. Oh, what if they don't make it? Then they're going to be sad." Well, then fucking, you're going to be sad no matter what. You might as well be trying to fight for your fucking goals. You might as well get sad while you're on the way to your goals. You might as well get sad and not be quitting. It's totally fine. Even if you get to where you want to get, you might be sad, you know, but you might as well try. You might as well push through the bullshit emotions and just say, okay, this is how I feel right now. I'm going to keep going. You know, I like to run, and sometimes it rains when I want to run, and I say, okay, well, this is an opportunity for me to experience what it's like running in the rain. And sometimes I enjoy it. Other times I'm like, that was fucking stupid. I have wet socks. I hate my life. But I still push through it because I'm dedicated, devoted, and I'm dominating this motherfucker that is my life, and I'm going to make the best of it. I'm going to make amazing things happen, and you need to be on that same level. You need to know what fucking crazy, ridiculous goal you're working on right now, and you need to be working on it ruthlessly, relentlessly. No breaks, no naps until you fucking get there, and you're going to get there. And if you feel that fire inside of you, that's good. That's what you need. That's life. That is the essence of life bubbling up inside of you that's going to give you what you want. All right? And then you just need to pick another goal and hit it. And then if you have this crazy, ridiculous goal and you make a 10-year plan, figure out how you can fucking do that in 1 year. Figure out how you can do it in 5 years. Whatever it is, but focus on it. Break it down. Make it achievable. And then just go all out and don't listen to what anybody fucking says. That's a huge thing. You're going to tell your goal on Facebook, and someone's going to say, "Oh, that's a stupid goal." Well, fuck that person, and don't listen to anybody but yourself. This is your universe. This is your life. You make up the rules. You can achieve anything that you want. Don't listen to what anyone else has to say. The only laws are physics and probably what your mom says or something. But other than those rules, never mind. Don't listen to that. Other than that, you can fucking achieve anything you want. Make a plan. Take action. If you get tired, then do it tired. If you get unmotivated, take a break and then come back. You know, how bad do you want it? What's the thing that you want more than anything in life? And then go for it. Make a plan to get it, though. A lot of people are out here saying they want shit without any fucking plan, and then they don't do anything. They end up working flipping burgers. Don't be like that. Or if you're flipping burgers, save some of your money, have a side hustle, and then also be working on your dreams every single day. Thank you. That's my speech for the day. Peace. I appreciate everybody. I'm doing a challenge where I turn $1,500 into $10,000 trading stocks and crypto. So be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and check that out. Follow along. Hopefully you'll learn a little bit of something. Yep, like, subscribe, share this with a friend. Go out there, set your goals, crush them, and then send me a message saying, I did it. And I'll be like, woo, let's go. What's the next one? Peace.